Hey, what's good? What's good? Mic check 1 2. What's good? What's good with your textiles in the building? Yo, I said Lux is the best battle rapper, right? But guess what? In my personal rankings, and shout out to Battle Rap Rankings because he's been doing this for like 7 years, like ranking battles, battlers, and so forth. And that's a commendable feat. You know, when you look at the Smack app, some of what he's put together is inside of the app in a sense, with the rating of the battles, giving points and stuff like that. Battle Truth is taking claim to it. I don't know. I know he gives points and he has his point system. I don't really understand his point system. With the rankings, it's more or less like, you go from like lowest scores like 6 and the highest scores, of course, a 10. If you think it's a classic round, it's like an 8.5. So we work like that. When you deal with the ranking. So pull up to the Discord. I'm gonna put the link in the description. The link is in the description, I should say, right? Because by the time you see it, it will be there. So click on that link and join Battle Rap Rankings Discord. And so you could be on time. But when we do what we do, and we do what we do, you know what I mean? It's the consensus at the end of the day. So I think about it like we all, as the battle rap community, should all be a part of that consensus and be voting and ranking and video on our own platform. We got the rap grids, we got the different polls, but we who tune into authentic individuals online and so forth, we should band together. That's what I think. But yeah, back to the Lux, right? I think Lux has probably the dopest pen, but there are many people who have dope pens, and I think he could be beat in battle rap. And he has lost battles, right? I don't think he lost against a Verb, but he has lost battles. I think he lost against Calico. Man, so, is Calico the number one battle rapper right now? You know what I mean? It's all of it is subjective at the end of the day. At the beginning of the day, at the middle of the day, it's all subjective. I think that Lux has the best pen, but I don't think he's like rated number one in my book. Like they were talking about K-Shine on Black Compass Radio. They're live right now, in fact, and they have like a lot of people say K-Shine is like number one, and I can't really. I don't want to argue it because I want to like get a lineup going because they were arguing who was top tier, like how many rappers are actually considered top tier. So I think that you would have to at least have it like at top 25, if you know what I mean, because there's so many battle rappers that it may even be a top 50 that are actually top tier. And some would try to argue me down, but Sharon is top tier. Iron is top tier. Calico is top tier. Av is top tier. K-Shine is top tier. DNA is top tier. Matt Hoffa's top tier. Disaster, Daylight, Sue Surf, Geechee Gotti, Pat Stay, Suge, O-Red, Arsenal, Hitman, John, Twerk, Big T, you know what I'm saying? Like, who did I name that's not top tier? If I say Cortez, some people won't want to argue. Cortez is top tier, especially if Goods is top tier. Who else is top tier? Bill Collector just got signed to URL. Bill Collector's top tier. Now, you want to argue? Argue. But I'll name at least, let me keep going. Marv 1 is top tier. Okay. Danny Myers is top tier. Rum Nitty. You know. Chilla Jones. Head Ice. Okay. So I don't even know how many rappers I named. How many battlers I named. Hollow the Don. You know? I didn't name T-Top, did I? Oh, I did say T-Top, I believe. I didn't say Briz. I could say Briz. You know? So, it's a lot of L Mac. You know? Official. You know what I'm saying? E-Heart. Can't say that they're not top tier. So, you know, and I can keep going. I know it's obvious names that I miss. Somebody's probably watching this shit like, yo, how could you not say this name? But I just said like 20 names at least. You know what I mean? So, top tier is expansive, in my opinion. And when I think of who's at the top of the top tier, I didn't even say Cassidy. You know, I didn't say A-Verb. I didn't say Loaded Lux. So I know I cleared at least 25 names right there, right? And left off some names that I could still run off. But I want to continue on with the conversation, right? And I don't want to hold you and make this video too much longer, right? Because it's like this, right? If you like this video, you know, I appreciate it, you know? So, Shine could be number one, right? Because I want to get the conversation going. So we say out of all of those, let's go call Shine one. Because he was like battled in, you know, at the top levels the whole last year. He's been still on the streets, been doing his thing. Av, another one that's top tier. You know what I'm saying? So if he's called Shine 1, who we calling 2? Feel me? I could say somebody like Pat Stake could be number 2. Feel me? What about Surf? Surf is in a mix. Surf is somewhere in the top. I would say because he's not been that active. And that's what I mean by Lux. He, you know, Lux has been not that active. You know, he hasn't been that active. So you can't say he's the number one guy. I could say he's, you know, that's like Mayweather, right? If Mayweather, let's just say he's at welterweight, right? But let's just say super welterweight, he doesn't have the belt. And he hasn't fought at super welterweight in like 2 years, but he fought super welterweight a couple years ago, right? But he just, like, say he gave up the belt. He can't be ranked the number one dude. So that's like Lux. He can't be ranked the number one if he hasn't been that active, that super active. So I wouldn't rate him the number one guy, but I would say he has the talent, the skill to be the number one guy. You know what I'm saying? But I would consider Shine being more active. So what? So being more active to be like someone who could be like, you know, the number one guy. You know, someone like Chilla, who has been like out of the loop. I still gotta give him a good high ranking because he's been killing things elsewhere, but he's still a killer. And by his body of work, it's crazy. So I can't rank him as high as I want to, but he gotta still be, you know, get a good rating. You know, somebody like Danny Myers. You know, what about QP? You know, I'm talking about quantum physics. You know what I'm saying? Is he top tier? I would consider his top tier pen, so yes, he'd be top tier. You know, just because you're being battled on a smack stage like that and this, that, and the third, that doesn't mean anything to me. It matters about what you can do. You know, like you kill, like T-Rex, you feel me? Like I think, you know, Cortez and Body dudes, you feel me? Like, so it's different, it's levels, you know, so I appreciate y'all for hanging out, man. But we're gonna get more into like who's number 2 and number 3 and number 4 and 5 and 6 in the next video, man. If you like this, you know, you want to be in the conversation, man, let me know your top 10. Put it in the chat, you know, and we can get a consensus brewing, you know, put it together with, you know, I asked Mel Love, I asked the rankings, everybody do it on their page. Like, let everybody put their top 10s, their top 25, and then we'll calculate them all up, and we create our own consensus, you know. Dark web bloggers to BRC everybody. Like, don't just act like, you know what I'm saying, if you hear this and you like this idea, because I haven't heard anybody really like say it like that, you know, don't like just try to run with it. Like, let's work together for real. We'll compile it all over at the rankings in the Discord so it could be visible. Like, I have mine, my YouTube, everybody get theirs on their own channels, anything like that, and we just add them up, compile them up. You know what I mean? What's up with that? You like that idea? Let me know what y'all think about that. And let's get the ball rolling. Y'all better rap this life. You already know the vibes. Brooklyn, you know the body.